Welcome back. So, let's continue. Right, there we go. I like to have this ready for when I'm falling, in case I can grab a thing. Anyway. We need to go get some stuff. What we'll do is we'll grab some power from this one. Because that is also required. Well, that was dumb. Okay. It's got stuck on the skin. Okay. So we want that there. And then we want power to be sort of like up to the top there. Yeah? Is that what we want? Oh, that's what we've got for now. Hello, Mr. Bean. Right, let's go back to the holo pack. Try and remember where all of these things are. So 8 drain ports, 4 drains. We need a lot of stuff. So aluminium casing, I think is... Thank you, Soup. Aluminium casing and aluminium sheets should be in our regular storage. Heavy modular frames are around. They might be in drone storage because that's what's happening. High-speed connectors should be over here. Might be in let's go to supercomputers first. I might have crashed and done some deep sleeping. Whoops. Well, I'm sure if you did, you needed it. That was probably your body telling you to stop. Because you are ill. Be kind to yourself. Yes. Tea. Tea is important. Tea is good. Tea will help. Then we need 4 of these. I think it's funny that the drones are made with miners. I guess the drill bit gets repurposed into like a motor or something? I don't know. Because I've not got storage for heavy modular frames and high-speed connectors, I've not actually got enough to do all of what I want to do right now, which is a little annoying. Need to consider which tea you want though. Oof. That is always a hard decision. I kind of go with, do I want a little bit of caffeine or do I want caffeine free? And then that kind of splits everything, splits it in half. And then it's like, do I need something that will help my tummy? Do I need something that will, or do I want something that will help my tummy? Because then we've got peppermint and ginger. Or do I just want something that's tasty? Because then I go with ginger anyway, or green tea. And on the caffeine things, I sometimes go Earl Grey. I occasionally have regular tea, but not often. Oh, but on the... I like tea. I didn't used to like it as much as this. What's your favourite? If you have one. Okay, if I had to pick a favourite, like the one that I usually do is lemon and ginger, just because I just like the taste and I don't mind it when it goes cold, and I end up with my teas going cold quite often because I get distracted. Down to 2 choices: green tea with roasted rice or green tea with lemon and chili. It definitely sounds like you want green tea. I've never heard of green tea with roasted rice. That sounds interesting. I'd probably go, if I was feeling a bit like I was getting a cold, I'd probably go with the lemon and chili. Oh, this is cool. I like this. Yes. Hoping the roasted rice and the chili were dinner options served with the tea. I'm sorry to be the one to disappoint you, Hardy. Oh, come on. Why are you doing this to me now? I don't want you to do that. Don't do this. This is so nice. You've got to... Why do you have to ruin it? Here, have a bowl of chili and lemons. Why would you put chili spice in tea? Why would you put anything in tea? Because it's tasty. Exactly. Okay, personally, I've not had lemon and chili tea, but I would be interested in trying it. I'm still slightly confused about the roasted rice. personally, but I would not say no to trying it. Because it does sound interesting. I've never seen it anywhere. So, like, I wouldn't know where to get them from. I guess internet would be the answer. You want hotter tea, just drink it pasta. It's, you know, it's very different. It being hot, warm, and hot, like, spicy. The local little old-ass tea shop is small and has about 200 different teas to choose from. Yeah, that's the difference. I don't have a tea shop near me. Well, not one that I'm aware of. Yeah, and that's weird considering where I live. But it's just like, we get our tea from the supermarket. I mean, you can get your tea from the supermarket, but getting it in a little tea shop is so much more fun and tastier. Yes, I believe you. But that is just like the only place I know of that you even get your tea from. That you even can get your tea from around here. Nope. Oh yeah, awesome. I did bring the power up. Yeah, that was close. Somewhere down an old road in town, there's a small tea shop owned and organised by a little old granny, and recognised only by a chipped earthenware teapot sitting in the window. Too many English fantasy novels make me refuse to believe otherwise. I'm sure it's somewhere, but the only way I find things is looking them up online. And something like that isn't gonna be online. I would love for that to be real. And that to be, like, something you can find. Almost like your shop, but it has an old man instead. somewhere in town there lives your version of Nanny Og, and she sells tea leaves, damn it. I want to meet Nanny Og so much. I love her. I want, like... I want her to be in my town. If you're somewhat lucky, it's Nanny Og. If you're very lucky, it's Weatherwax. True. As definitely what Weatherwax would say, anyway. Yeah, Pratchett definitely based everything he wrote in his fantasy novels on living in England. Oh, you should totally write that. A guide on how to find the Ogs and Weatherwaxes of the world. I know a few people who would also like that book. All of which just so happen to be related to me. Most of which, actually. I think my partner would probably really like that. Yeah, the guide to finding a Weatherwax is very short. Follow the Og. Otherwise, you'll never find a Weatherwax unless the Weatherwax wants to find you. She is very good at making herself invisible. Okay, so I think all of this is connected. So, best thing about this, which is so good, is I can just pick which one I want to go to which, and it'll just do it. So this is going to be fused frames in. You do not need to apologize for having a Discworld conversation, because that just means more people need to read Discworld if they can't follow. That is like, if you take nothing else from this stream, you should take that you need to read the Discworld novels. You're rereading Pyramids. Awesome. I've just finished reading, I can't remember what it's called, but the collection of short stories I think I've mentioned before, which I got for Christmas. like ones that they found more recently after he passed, and some which they sort of collected together, the ones that they found. So they found some more recently that they weren't aware of before, and some that they already knew about but were just confirming what order they were published in, I think. They have like a whole like little thing about how they found it at the end of the book, which is quite cool to read. Because he wrote a lot of stuff in newspapers. It was published weekly. Neither of those. It was a more recent book. I'll remember what it's called if you find it and tell me. Otherwise, I've got to go into the other room and find it. Oh, I never said that any of these were in. Need to do that so I don't forget. Stroke of the pen. That's the one. Fuse frames in rocket. Cooling system in rockets. Modular engines in rockets. Turbo motors in rockets. Yeah, my partner found it and bought it for me for Christmas. So October 2023 sounds about right. And yeah, that name, Stroke of the Pen, sounds familiar as well. So it should be right. So, cool. This is all sorted. Excuse me, where did the power go? So these two go in here. You're not stealing my partner. He's mine. He's my lovely man. He's also the one that gifted me the Satisfactory Lego. Yeah, apparently writing under a pseudonym is quite common for authors when they... So I think Pratchett was a journalist as well. So some of the stuff that he wrote under one of the pseudonyms was actually while he was a journalist at a different paper. So, like, people didn't know about it because, like, it wanted to keep his professional life sort of cleaner, I think. But yeah, he wrote under a few different pseudonyms in his life for various reasons. But I think it's a common practice because you're keeping your novels separate to your short stories, which are You can see in some of the short stories him sort of like feeling out some of the places. Like there was references to a Morpork. It's great. Just love it. Just seeing his early stuff. It's great to write in a different genre because for some reason you're not allowed to write different stuff. I think the writing in a pseudonym for a different genre makes sense because like you buy a book under one genre for and you buy a book for the same author, you expect it to be the same, but if it's different, people are just like, oh, it's not how you usually write. I don't like it because people don't like change. Like it makes sense for them to want to keep things separate and clean. Yeah, I agree. Different is good. It makes you discover new things. But some people are very set in their ways. And dumb. I mean, at least you cross some magical Rubicon and gain gamer status. Yeah. Neil Gaiman is amazing. Yeah. Oh, he can write whatever he wants. I've read some of his regular novels. I've also read he did like a reimagining of some of the Norse mythologies. I love that book. I need to read that again, actually. It's part of the reason why I love Norse and Norse stuff so much. Stephen King writes whatever he wants to. He does some fantastic fantasy. I've never actually read a Stephen King book. Can you give me any recommendations? Gaiman's Norse stuff was amazing. Like, he had good material to work with in the first place, which, yeah. But, I just love it. Okay, so this isn't got an issue of quickfire anymore, which is good. It does have an issue of being slow as fuck, though. So how many... This makes 3.75 a minute. How many supercomputers? Oh, cool. Okay. So you're running out of computers, so we've got plenty of those now. Cool. I don't know. I've never read any Stephen King books. I'm not really one for horror, which is probably why I've never really looked for it. But I mostly like long reads, and I do mostly like fantasy. But like, if there's any long reads that aren't horror that you feel like would be a good place to start, that would sort of show off his writing well, I would be happy to try. Right. Heavy modular frames. Fun fact about King, he has a program where he'll lease a story out for $1 to applicants for the purpose of turning them into scripts. That's cool. I guess he's like trying to encourage people to make his books into films then. I swear every year there are at least 2 movies released based on that program, and thus ultimately King's writing. Yeah, but that's really cool. That he's like actively encouraging people to adapt his stuff into screenplays without like expecting them to be billionaires. The last good fantasy was Fairy Tale. Really enjoyed that one. I will check it out. Oh. Yes. Okay, cool. Like, if I enjoy his writing in general, I might try out a horror, but I wouldn't start there. If you know what I mean. You could like his Mr. Mercedes. Okay. Get the full enjoyment of that, look for the box set. Bill Hodges trilogy. Box set is Mr. Mercedes, Finders Keepers, and End of Watch. Okay. No, I'm definitely looking for something new to read. Like, I've had a few suggestions from, I've had a suggestion from my mom. But I need to try and find it somewhere that's not, like, super expensive. I don't have that much disposable cash at the moment. Okay, so we need a drone port for our modular engines. Here. Cool, we've got a few to start off with, which is good. You are out of smart plating. Why are you out of smart plating? Okay, there's not actually any there. Or there. This is annoying. And last suggestion, the Institute. Okay. I will definitely check a few things out. Okay, we're out of rotors. Why are we out of rotors? Because we're not connected to rotors, you idiot. How did that happen? Where are we making rotors? Dum. Well, there's some in here. Is that where we're making them and I just never connected it back up? Well, thank you for the suggestion, Soup. If anyone else has any, I am happy to listen and have a look and see what I think. Also enjoy reading him on Twitter where he kicks butt sometimes. I've seen some of them, yeah. I have utmost respect for him. But the amount of shit he calls out, basically, on Twitter. Amount of sass he can bring, yeah. He's an incredibly sassy man. Fave times when someone said he should learn to write because he made some bad spelling and he asked if he knew who he was. That is incredible. Okay, I'm gonna make this slower because it doesn't need to be fast. Yeah, so this is 2 per minute. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be using like a maximum of 10 a minute. It'll eventually get to the end. Let's help it. Nice and slow and sedate. Doesn't need to be rushing everywhere all the time. Cool. So, we should have smart lights coming in now. Yeah, these are all Mark 1s because they're not needed as well. But we've got this zoom in because we want it zoom in. Just so that it gets here quicker. Okay, cool. So modular engines are working again, which is nice. But what we really want is drone port. Another one of my favourite moments was when he and J.R.R. Martin were sitting in the same interview and J.R.R. asked, how the fuck do you write so fast? Oh, that is so self-aware. That is so self-aware from Martin. Oh my god. Yeah, like when you get prolific authors like King, it really doesn't help the J.R.R. Martins and the Rothfuses of the writing world, because then people are like, well, they can write really fast, why can't you? Like, hate to be in a profession like that where people don't know how much effort goes into stuff and just expect you to be able to, like, do everything all the time. Yeah, it's a perfect comparison between quantity and quality. King writes at least 5 pages every day, no matter how good or bad it is. Oh, is that his process? Like he just writes, and if it's bad, he just doesn't do anything with it. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Oh, did I dump my batteries? Damn it. Well, let's put a drone in here. Writes every day because that's how he works. Yeah. But it just shows how, like, everybody's different. So what's this? Modular engines and I think I've spelt circuit boards wrong somewhere. There it is. I can't change it from here. Damn it. J.R. Martin just makes things stupidly complicated instead, but the result is brilliant. He's done some amazing books. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, I've not looked at any of his other stuff. I have thought about it, but obviously I know him for Game of Thrones. Yeah, so we need batteries for this. Scream when you want to of his books too. Okay, I'm definitely sorting out a Discord when I have my next free weekend. I want somewhere else to talk to you guys. And get all these wonderful recommendations. My lovely drones. Nobody happens to know if they're planning to put weather in this game. Because I'm undecided whether I want that or not. Because I feel like it would add something, but it might make it more annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna need to work out how to get batteries up here, but in the meantime, so that's the modular engines. Tick. Turbo motors and cooling systems are over there. So we should be able to just route batteries straight into those from here. Oh, we already have a drone doing heat sinks. Okay. So yeah, we can just put more drone ports on the back of here. That should work well. What I'll do, I'll put the batteries coming up. Actually, no, I think I'll put the batteries on top and everything else can come in as needed. So I'm going to move that to here. And then let's grab the batteries. Wait, where did that come from? There. Okay, I need to adjust this because that's too low. That's better. That'll do. Okay. Then we have splitter. The batteries. I'll just put some in these first before I let it go, just so I don't have any on me and get lazy, because that is what I do. So, this is heat sinks in the middle. Which is here, and they are coming out of there. So, let's bring this down. Hopefully keep power on. That is good. Okay. So what did we need? We needed cooling systems and turbo motors. So turbo motors is in the top. It might actually be here. Is this the turbo motors? Like right here? Because if it is, I probably should have done this. Done the drones like higher. It is here. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe we'll just swap this for a conveyor wall. So that can go out there. And maybe we'll remove this. And just make this work how it's supposed to. I think I'm gonna remove these. It's just like, it's holding itself up, it's fine. Okay, so that's turbo motors going. Let's put the drone on there as well. Motors out. Need needs to go to turbo motors in rockets. And then that should be going. You're loading. Yeah. Cool. Okay. So that's turbo motors done. And it is ad time again. So I will be back in 3 to 5 minutes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for lurking. I will be back in a few minutes.